In a world full of differences, is it possible to create a truly happy relationship when two people have completely opposite personalities and viewpoints? This question often leaves us puzzled, but it is in these challenging relationships that we have the opportunity to learn and grow. Let's explore the secrets to building a sustainable and meaningful relationship, even when both individuals are fundamentally different, through the power of Stoic philosophy in love. Hello everyone, welcome to Stoic Love Wisdom, where classical philosophy meets modern love stories and relationships. Have you ever wondered how to maintain your emotions, find inner peace, and build a strong relationship even when things get tough? In this video, we will explore the truth about creating opposite relationships. Can they truly be happy? Join me as we uncover valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy to help you deepen your understanding of love and personal growth. Let's embark on this journey to timeless wisdom for mastering love and life right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest insights. And now, let's begin. Creating an opposite relationship in love may bring excitement and novelty, but is it truly sustainable and capable of delivering lasting happiness? This question has been explored by many throughout history, from ancient Greek philosophers to modern psychologists. In this article, we will uncover the truth about building opposite relationships and delve into how Stoic thinking can help us understand and apply love to achieve lasting happiness. Opposite relationships, concept and reality. Opposite relationships are often understood as a union between two individuals with differing personalities, viewpoints, and interests. This dynamic may stem from mutual complementarity in life aspects. An introvert might pair with an extrovert, or someone with a free-spirited lifestyle might fall in love with a person who values stability and discipline. However, this is not an easy model to sustain. Differences in a relationship can lead to conflicts and misunderstandings. These opposites can sometimes create tension as each person views and handles issues differently. In reality, opposites don't always equate to building a sustainable relationship. Opposite relationships through Stoic thinking. Stoicism is a philosophy of life originating in ancient Greece, highlighted by the teachings of philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. In Stoicism, a key principle is to seek inner peace, accept what cannot be changed, and develop the ability to face adversity. When applying Stoic thinking to love, opposite relationships aren't challenges to be won or fixed, but opportunities to practice patience, tolerance, and acceptance. According to Stoicism, we cannot control others' actions, but we can control how we react and deal with them. In an opposite relationship, the focus shouldn't be on changing your partner but on understanding and embracing the differences. This requires patience, listening skills, and compassion, qualities that Stoic thinking emphasizes. Challenges of opposite relationships. Opposite relationships can present many challenges. Differences in life perspectives, ways of handling situations, and even habits and preferences can lead to disagreements in interactions. These challenges often stem from different views of life. One person may be very logical, while the other is emotionally driven, leading to debates without resolution. A lack of understanding. When one person fails to grasp the reasons behind the other's actions, it can result in feelings of hurt or anger. Tension over shared responsibilities. If one partner lives a disciplined and structured life while the other values freedom and relaxation, conflicts may arise regarding the division of responsibilities in the relationship. However, if both partners adopt Stoic thinking, they will understand that conflicts are inevitable and accepting differences is the only way to maintain peace of mind and the relationship itself. The benefits of oppositional relationships. Although they may come with challenges, oppositional relationships offer certain benefits, especially when both parties accept and respect each other's differences. These benefits include opportunities for learning and growth. When two people have different perspectives, interests, and personalities, they can learn from one another and broaden their horizons. Such relationships become a journey of exploration, helping each person become more well-rounded. Balance and complementarity. One person may be highly creative and exploratory, while the other is practical and prefers stability. Together, they can create a perfect balance and complement each other effectively. Facing challenges. Oppositional relationships teach us how to face challenges, not only within the relationship but also in life. Successfully confronting and overcoming difficulties together strengthens the bond between partners. Oppositional relationships and happiness, is it truly achievable? The question of whether oppositional relationships can bring lasting happiness depends on how each individual views and acts within the relationship. If both are willing to work toward maintaining harmony and understanding, such relationships can indeed bring happiness. However, if differences are viewed as insurmountable obstacles, the relationship may be at risk of breaking down. A key factor in achieving happiness in oppositional relationships is the ability to accept and respect differences. Stoic philosophy teaches that peace does not come from changing others but from adjusting our own attitudes. When this mindset is adopted, oppositional relationships can become strong and fulfilling. Applying Stoic thinking to oppositional relationships. To build and sustain a healthy oppositional relationship, here are some principles inspired by Stoic philosophy. Accept differences. We cannot change the essence of others, nor should we attempt to. Learn to accept your partner for who they are. Listen and understand. In conflicts, rather than argue, focus on listening and understanding the other person's perspective. Sometimes, a bit of patience and empathy can greatly ease tensions. Focus on what you can control. Instead of worrying about things beyond your control, such as others' actions, focus on your own reactions. This helps maintain inner peace. Set common goals. Relationships thrive when both individuals work toward shared objectives. Share and understand each other's goals to walk together on a shared path. Evaluating love through a Stoic lens. Love, according to Stoic philosophy, is not an explosive emotion or a blind act. It is a commitment to self-control, deep understanding of oneself and the other, and acceptance of unchangeable aspects. While traditional views may see love as intense and challenging, Stoicism frames it as a conscious decision to love and respect the other despite differences. The beauty of Stoic love lies in its independence from perfection or absolute harmony between individuals. It centers on the peace and happiness each person finds within themselves. Stoic philosophy encourages living authentically, unaffected by external changes, including those within a relationship. By applying Stoic principles to oppositional relationships, you'll realize that happiness is not conditional upon the relationship but is instead an internal state for each individual. When both partners maintain peace, emotional freedom, and acceptance of differences, the relationship naturally becomes strong and enduring. Lessons from Stoic philosophers on oppositional relationships. Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius provide valuable insights on facing adversity in relationships. They teach not only how to overcome difficulties but also how to maintain composure and self-mastery, especially in love. Epictetus said, "We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it." In an oppositional relationship, situations will arise where you cannot control your partner's actions. However, you can always adjust your own attitudes and responses. Maintaining dignity and peace ensures challenges cannot weaken you. Seneca emphasized, patience is one of the most important virtues we can have. Facing differences in a relationship, patience is the key to building understanding and empathy. Oppositional relationships take time to develop and harmonize. Impatience or dissatisfaction when harmony is not immediately achieved will only increase tension. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher and emperor, said, "Nothing is harmful to someone with a strong spirit." This applies to oppositional relationships. Differences are not an obstacle, but an opportunity for personal growth. Understanding that nothing is harmful if you maintain inner strength will make navigating an oppositional relationship far easier. Creating harmony in oppositional relationships. Harmony in oppositional relationships doesn't always occur naturally. In reality, it requires effort from both partners to build a strong foundation. Stoic philosophy can guide this process through the following principles: respect differences. In every relationship, understanding that everyone thinks and feels differently is crucial. Differences do not weaken the relationship but provide opportunities for learning and growth. Avoid judgment. In oppositional relationships, judging each other only creates distance and misunderstanding. Instead, strive to understand the reasons behind each action and emotion. This minimizes unnecessary arguments and fosters mutual understanding. Accept the unchangeable. Not everything in a relationship will always be perfect or unfold as desired. Learn to accept your partner's flaws and imperfections rather than trying to mold them to fit your expectations. Independence within the relationship. Stoic philosophy encourages maintaining inner independence. In oppositional relationships, this is crucial as each individual needs personal space to grow and sustain emotional freedom. This fosters a sustainable and less stressful relationship. Oppositional relationships, a journey of sharing and growth. Oppositional relationships are not battles to prove who is right or wrong. They are journeys of sharing, learning, and growing together. The differences between two individuals can provide incredible opportunities for self-improvement. An oppositional relationship can help you develop qualities you may not have recognized or utilized before. For instance, if you are decisive and assertive, you might learn flexibility and gentleness from your partner. Conversely, if you are easily swayed by emotions, you might develop patience and rationality from your partner. Harmony doesn't come from avoiding disagreements but from learning to face and resolve them wisely and compassionately. When differences are seen not as problems but as natural aspects of the relationship, they can become the foundation for a love that endures. Stoic love, the truth about acceptance and improvement. In opposing relationships, one essential factor is the ability to accept the differences between two individuals. Stoicism does not encourage trying to change the other person, instead, it emphasizes changing oneself to adapt to circumstances. Love is not about demanding the other person become who you want them to be, but accepting them as they are, with all their strengths and weaknesses. Acceptance in an opposing relationship means recognizing and understanding that everyone has their worldview, life perspectives, and values. Acceptance does not mean tolerating or compromising on wrongdoings, rather, it means acknowledging differences with respect and using them as opportunities to understand oneself and the other person better. Stoicism teaches that we can only change ourselves, not others. Therefore, opposing relationships are opportunities to cultivate patience, empathy, and respect for differences. Through this, each individual in the relationship finds inner peace and can grow to become better versions of themselves. Opposing relationships, can they truly be happy? A critical question when discussing opposing relationships is whether such relationships can truly bring happiness. The differences between two people can create tensions and challenges throughout, but these are precisely where love is genuinely tested. According to Stoic philosophy, happiness is not an emotion or a temporary state, it is a choice and an attitude toward life. Happiness comes from living true to one's values, living purposefully, and not being swayed by fleeting emotions. When you view an opposing relationship not as a burden or difficulty but as a part of your journey of learning and growth, you will see happiness as a natural outcome of this process. Happiness in an opposing relationship does not come from absolute harmony but from the ability to understand and accept differences, fostering respect and unconditional love. Love, in the Stoic mindset, is not about seeking perfection but about accepting and living harmoniously with imperfections. Improving oneself to enhance the relationship. Stoicism affirms that for an opposing relationship to be sustainable and happy, one must first improve oneself. You cannot change others, but you can change how you react and behave. Self-control is one of the most critical factors in maintaining a relationship. When you can control your emotions and thoughts, you are less affected by differences in the relationship and more willing to accept things that do not meet your expectations. This self-mastery helps you maintain inner peace, regardless of whether your partner disappoints you or not. Practicing Stoicism also teaches you how to face difficulties and challenges calmly and rationally. When dealing with difficulties in an opposing relationship, remember that these are opportunities to develop patience and emotional management. Challenges in relationships are not bad things but valuable lessons for learning and growth. The long-term benefits of opposing relationships. One of the long-term benefits of opposing relationships is the ability to improve communication and problem-solving skills. In relationships with significant differences, effective communication becomes crucial. You will learn how to express your views clearly and respectfully while also listening to and understanding theirs. Stoicism advises that in all relationships, one must have a spirit of tolerance. When faced with differences, instead of resisting them, find ways to adapt and harmonize. This flexibility not only helps build a sustainable relationship but also strengthens you in all aspects of life. Opposing relationships are also opportunities to develop independence. When each person in the relationship can stand firm and grow individually, the relationship becomes stronger. Sometimes, opposing relationships help you realize that happiness does not only come from relying on your partner but also from the ability to master and take responsibility for your life. Developing independence in opposing relationships. One of the key aspects of Stoic thought is independence. This does not mean isolating oneself from others but understanding that happiness and fulfillment do not come from dependence on others but from the ability to control and shape one's own life. In opposing relationships, maintaining independence is vital. When confronted with differences in the relationship, many people tend to seek agreement or try to change the other person to fit their own preferences. However, according to Stoic philosophy, relying on others to feel happy is a weakness. Instead, you need to learn how to rely on yourself to find peace and balance. Independence in opposing relationships can be developed by maintaining separate activities and hobbies, upholding personal goals, and not letting differences in the relationship diminish your values and ideals. This not only helps you maintain personal freedom and happiness but also creates an environment that respects differences and fosters independence within the relationship. Seeking harmony instead of perfection. Stoicism emphasizes that perfection is an unrealistic concept. Instead, life and love should be seen as continuous processes of improvement. Opposing relationships are excellent examples of how differences can enrich and deepen love. Love is not about finding a perfect person but about accepting and respecting each other's flaws. In fact, differences and conflicts in relationships can drive creativity and improve harmony between two people. Instead of trying to mold the other person into an ideal image, learn to find harmony in those differences. When you find joy and satisfaction in learning from the other person, from the differences and challenges they bring, you will realize that love is not about perfect uniformity but about gradual harmony, where each individual is valued for what they contribute. Accepting your own and others' emotions. Another essential element of Stoic love is the ability to accept your emotions and those of your partner without letting them control your actions. In opposing relationships, emotions can be intense and sometimes lead to conflicts or tensions. However, Stoicism teaches that while emotions cannot be entirely controlled, we can control how we respond to them. Accepting emotions does not mean letting them dominate or dictate your actions. Instead, you should clearly recognize your emotions and face them calmly and rationally. This helps you understand yourself better and handle situations intelligently, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. When you can remain calm and respect both your own and your partner's emotions, you will find that conflicts in the relationship become easier to resolve. The key is always to face emotions with clarity, without judgment, and without letting them alter the shared goals of the relationship. Finding common values in opposing relationships. Opposing relationships are not just about accepting differences but also about finding shared values that both people can pursue. This does not mean having identical views but finding common ground to build a solid foundation for the relationship. According to Stoicism, a sustainable relationship must have a common goal or shared value that both individuals can pursue and develop. This value could be respect, patience, mutual support, or a commitment to helping each other grow. These shared values will serve as a strong foundation for the relationship, helping you overcome challenges and difficulties when they arise. Identifying common values is not always easy, especially in opposing relationships, but it is crucial. When you can find a shared value, you will feel a deeper connection with your partner and be able to overcome any difficulties together. Discovering sustainable happiness. Oppositional relationships offer a remarkable opportunity to explore sustainable happiness. Sustainable happiness does not stem from avoiding challenges or living in uniformity, but from the ability to confront and overcome difficulties together. Each challenge in a relationship is not an obstacle but an opportunity to grow and build a stronger bond. Happiness in oppositional relationships results from acceptance, respect, and personal growth. When both partners learn and grow together, the relationship becomes increasingly profound and resilient. Love, through the lens of Stoicism, is not about seeking perfection but learning to love amidst imperfection and thriving through challenges. Accepting and respecting differences. In every oppositional relationship, acceptance and respect for differences are critical factors in maintaining harmony and understanding. Each individual brings unique values, perspectives, and experiences into the relationship. These aspects cannot be changed, but learning to respect and empathize with a partner's views is essential. Stoic philosophy encourages us not to let differences disturb our peace of mind or harm the relationship. When faced with dissimilarities, remember that these differences are not problems but opportunities for learning and growth. We can empathize without necessarily agreeing with everything our partner believes. The key is to handle differences with respect and humility, avoiding harm to the relationship. Relationships grow stronger when both partners respect the essence of each other's individuality. This balance preserves personal freedom while maintaining connection within the relationship. Developing self-reliance and rationality. In oppositional relationships, it is easy to become dependent on the partner for acceptance, security, or validation. However, one of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is self-reliance. This means having the ability to stand strong on one's own without relying on others to feel complete. When you cultivate self-reliance, you will not feel anxious or fearful about differences in the relationship. Instead, you'll approach them with calmness and rationality. Depending on others for happiness or love often leads to disappointment when expectations are unmet. Stoicism teaches that truth and freedom come from mastering one's thoughts and emotions. You don't need to change others to be happy. Instead, work on yourself to remain steadfast in any circumstance. Relationships become more sustainable when both partners develop self-control and understand that happiness is rooted within themselves. Knowing when to let go. Stoicism teaches not only perseverance and endurance but also the wisdom to let go. In oppositional relationships, there are moments when insurmountable challenges and irreconcilable differences may arise. Recognizing that a relationship cannot continue and knowing how to let go is a conscious act to protect oneself and the partner from prolonged suffering. Letting go does not mean abandoning love or ceasing to care. In love, letting go means allowing the other person to leave so both can find happiness and peace in their lives. Holding on to a relationship filled with conflict and discord often results in mutual unhappiness and stagnation. Instead of clinging to a burdensome bond, Stoicism encourages us to recognize when it's time to part ways so that both individuals can continue their journeys. Letting go provides freedom and opportunities for growth and learning. Sometimes, ending a relationship is not a failure but a liberation for both, enabling them to step out of an unsuitable situation and seek new opportunities for the future. The ability to embrace failure. A core tenet of Stoic philosophy is accepting failure as an integral part of life. Everyone experiences moments of weakness, failures, and challenges. In oppositional relationships, failure is inevitable. Failure in love can include misunderstandings, arguments, or even the dissolution of a relationship. However, from a Stoic perspective, failure is not the end but a part of the learning process. Every failure provides valuable lessons that help you become more resilient and mature. When facing failure in a relationship, remember that it is an opportunity to learn and improve. Calmness and rationality will guide you through difficulties and open doors to new possibilities in life. Sincerity and freedom in love. One of the most important principles in Stoic thought is respecting individual freedom within a relationship. True love is not about possession or controlling the partner but about granting freedom for each person to be themselves within the relationship. Stoicism teaches that love must be based on sincerity and freedom, where both partners can live authentically without fear of judgment or control. When you provide your partner with the freedom to grow and live their way, the relationship becomes stronger and more enduring. Simultaneously, maintaining sincerity, avoiding manipulative tactics, or hiding emotions is essential. Openness and freedom form a solid foundation for long-lasting love that brings happiness to both. Conclusion. Creating an oppositional relationship is not easy, but it is a remarkable opportunity to learn, grow, and become the best versions of ourselves. By applying Stoic philosophy to love, you learn to face challenges, accept differences, and maintain balance and happiness in the relationship. Stoicism does not teach us to shy away from pain or difficulty but to confront and overcome them with calmness and rationality. An oppositional relationship becomes a meaningful journey when you learn to love, accept, and respect your partner while continuing to develop yourself and maintaining personal freedom. Ultimately, love is not about finding someone perfect but finding happiness in differences and learning to live harmoniously amidst imperfection. When nurtured with patience, respect, and understanding, oppositional relationships can evolve into deep and sustainable connections. If you find this video interesting and helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share it to help everyone grow together. Also, feel free to leave your comment below so we can have more discussions. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Wishing you success and happiness on your journey.